The Yankee Homecoming 5K is commencing in a couple of hours and my shirt's off for it. That's how I'm going to introduce this. I'm excited. It's coming up. It's a big event for those of you who don't know what it is. Big event. Big event. There's a 10 mile and a 5K and I'm doing the 5K and I hope it goes well. And I'll see you in a bit.
You're going to be 10 a.m. on the phone Thursday. What? I don't know.
Alright, who are you repping today?
Well, I think just a 12 flat.
Wait, aren't me and Liz pretty similar? I think we are pretty similar.
There you go.
Okay. That's I'm not there.
2018. Good year.
Really good year. If I get through 2018, I'd be amped.
Are you and Max a good shootout?
If I can go for it, like I think I could do it. So watch your back.
What do you have to say?
What?
Put it there last time. I wanted it to be like casual. You know?
Dude, why not you? Just do it, Nike. What?
What?
Will Coca-Cola, Groveland. All coming in under 18 minutes on the clock. And they include Yankee and Groveland, goes to Vincent. How about Laura Davis from Beverly? The North Shore checks in.
It's days later now, and I guess I should do a recap of how Yankee Homecoming went. My final time was 16:55 or 6. One of the two. Either way, it doesn't matter too much. I think I've run that time, that specific time, probably like 30 times now at this point in my life. That was like what I was running in high school for a little bit, what I run at like my turkey trots, what I run at all like my local 5K. Like I can't get past this weird mark of that time for whatever reason. And I think Liz and I were just talking, and I think that that's like my new bar when I get in shape, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's not like where I want to be right now, obviously, because if it was where I want to be, then the title of this series would be the sub 17 attempt. Duh. Come on now. But anyways, I can't get past that weird mark. It was a fun race though. I guess I'll kind of walk you through what happened. So I'm on the line, I'm warming up, whatever, doing my thing. And then I'm just like on the starting line. And this one guy was saying to his friend, he's like, all right, I'm taking you out in 5:15. I had no plan. Like there's no race plan for me. There's nothing, there's no gears turning. I'm just kind of gonna go. My plan, I guess, was feel comfortable for a mile and then just try to pick it up, which kind of happened, not really, but I heard some guy on the line go, all right, I'm taking you out in 5:15. And I'm like, all right, these are my guys right here. Here's them. So I ran with them for the majority of the race, and then they dropped me, and I got 7th overall, like a jump. 7th. God. Yeah, I went out with them. We went out in like 5:10, I think. I'm like, nice. I feel good right now. I felt so good too. That was the thing. I felt so good. And the guy next to me was breathing so heavy, and I'm breathing so comfortable. I'm like, yes, this is it. Like, this is happening. And then the second mile, I'm like, all right, I'm still feeling great. I'm still with these 2 guys, my guys, still with them. And it was 5:11. I look at my watch, I'm like, no way. Like, there's a chance I could break 16 in this race. Like, I had no expectation of that. The anticipation was that I would run like maybe a mid 16:30 if I was like feeling lucky. And I'm like, damn, because 5:08 pace is 16 flat. So I'm like, I'm ready. Like, I'm killing it. And then all of a sudden I just hit this wall where like the second we hit 2 miles, or like a little after that, my legs just stopped feeling good. My breathing wasn't necessarily bad. I just like my stomach kind of was nodding up. I'm like, you know, that feeling when it's all kind of over. And then my guys, they started pulling away. Actually, one of them looked over at me. He kept looking back at his friend because I was just running with him at that point. And he's like, oh, I'm just pacing my friend. And then in my mind, I told him this at the end of the race, but I was like, you're pacing me. You're pacing me. It sucks because I've raced that guy before, back in January 1st this year. It's called the Hangover Classic, and he beat me. Again, he got me by like 2 seconds, but I ran 16:11. I'm good, but I ran 16:11, and he ran maybe 16:10 or 09 or something. Like, we were much closer. Just sucks because I was in way better shape, and I guess I just gotta look at my log and be like, what was I doing? Which leads me to this. I haven't even talked about my training to this camera, to this channel yet. Like, that hasn't even happened. And that's like, what am I doing, you know? What am I doing? I do a running series, I do a running YouTube channel, and you guys don't even know what I'm doing for running. I'm just some goofball, stupid idiot who's talking about God knows what half the time. So I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. Leading up to the race, I had trained for 7 weeks, I think, 7 or 8 weeks, and I had just been doing like 40 to 45 miles at most. That was all I was doing. And then I had like 150-mile week, and that was not the plan. Like, my initial plan was that I was gonna run like 60 or 70 and just peak by Yankee. But then I realized that that was kind of stupid, and that fall road racing in New England is much more competitive, and there's just way more races, and I just want to peak in fall. Like, I'm a cross country athlete again, so I'm still in the game, you know, like, I'm still a young guy, still in the game. It was like 40 to 45 miles for 7 weeks, 8 weeks so far. And that's really not that much. Like, I'm used to all my blocks, I usually just go like 50 to 55. So, you know, I'm dialing it back a little bit, but I feel good. I feel like I've been able to recover at this distance, and I feel like my workouts are finally going well. Like, the first 5 weeks, I felt like no workout was really going that well, and like no run was going that well. And I was getting a little bit discouraged, but the past few weeks I've actually been feeling great, which is why I was a little bit discouraged after this race, because I'm like, oh, I'm finally back in like really good shape. But no, I'm finally back in all right shape, and that's okay. I think after a couple weeks, everything will kind of sink in, and that's still like a really hard effort that I have to like put into perspective. That an all-out 5K, like 2 5:10s is still a 10:20 2-mile, which was my best in high school. My best in high school was a 10:19. So it's like something is going well. I just like fucked up a little bit the first chunk of that race. Like, if I take it out like 5:20s instead, then maybe, who knows, I run a little bit faster. Yeah, 40 to 45 for a little bit, and then I do 2 workouts per week, and they're just not that fast. They're not that intense yet. It's mostly Tuesdays. I do like a threshold thing, so it's usually like some form of time interval. I'll do like 10 by like 2 minutes hard or something like that with jog recovery or something. Then Friday's more straightforward. It's just tempo run. It's like 3-4 miles at, you know, whatever pace, 6:30, 6:45. Nothing fast, just like comfortably hard, I guess, like 6-7 out of 10 effort. And then I just jog the rest, and I do strides after my runs, and then I do a long run on Sunday. the format of my week is very straightforward and simple. It's just a matter of like doing it for a long period of time. I'm coming to realize, like, because I always get to this point in my training. I've probably done this like 12 times now in my life, my running career, where I get to this goddamn point and I run like 16:50, 16:40, whatever. The last one, 16 minutes I got to. I'm like, okay, I get to this freaking point, and then I realize that I'm not where I want to be. And then instead of just sticking it out, I just don't run for like a month, and then I just go back to square one. I'm like, what am I doing, you know? So this time it's a little different because I don't have school going on. I don't have to worry about, you know, a million different things pulling me in all these different directions that I don't necessarily care about. Obviously, you know, like I have my job and I'm trying to apply to like other stuff. I don't like, I have much more clarity right now of what I'm supposed to be doing with my running and what I'm supposed to be doing with my life and like where I'm going. I don't know, things are just more clear. And I felt like in school it was hard, and I would just always end up taking like a week or two off to try to like figure out my academic life so I could just goddamn graduate and like get on with things. It's over, and now I don't really have any excuse to not be running, which is great because I genuinely love running. So it's like it's a good thing. Things are good. I'm at this point again. I'm at like this 16:50 mark that I'm always at. Now I can just like keep doing what I'm doing and like slightly build up where I used to be. So like after this week, I have another race on Sunday. It's the High Street Mile. I've been doing this. It's another race in Newburyport, a part of the whole encompassing Yankee homecoming event that they put on. So that's tomorrow actually. From today. Today's Saturday. So that's Sunday. I have no goals for that, no expectations. I'm just gonna do it and have fun because that's what it's all about. It's just been doing it for like 12 years now and it's just fun. I'll just do that, and then it's a down week. After that, I'll run like 35, 40 at most miles, all slow, no workout, nothing like that, because I just need my legs to sort of reset, because I'm gonna try to ramp it up, because after that week, I'll go back up to my 45. I'll be steady in like the 50 territory for a while, so I'll be like 50 to 60 for like a couple months now, like throughout the fall, and then maybe I'll get up to 70. But in the meantime, that's what I'll be doing. And you will see some specific workouts that I will be doing. You will see long runs potentially easy runs, and maybe a little bit more of what I'm thinking, what's going on in my brain. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I have one final remark. I look at my YouTube analytics and I see that over half of the people watching my videos are not subscribed. And you know what? Just subscribe, because it makes me feel good about myself, and it's free, and it makes me feel good about myself. So I don't know what to say other than that. Just subscribe, please. Please. Thank you for watching. High Street Mile video posted next week at some time. There's no more time indications. It's out the window. It's gone. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.